What's up, gamers and nerds? It's John of Video Games in the World with weekly news number 25. Last week, I uploaded the final preview for the upcoming video titled The Controversial History of Grand Theft Auto. It is almost done and it will be uploaded sometime next week. This week, there's some good news to share, including something I am hyped about. GTA 6 was announced in 2022, which includes two protagonists, Lucia and Jason. In late 2023, the first trailer was uploaded to YouTube and social media pages, and then we had a second trailer. It is scheduled to come out late this year, though I fear there's a high chance that the game will be delayed again. I have heard a lot of news, such as the game allowing players to ride horses, flooded areas, and so on. Cool. I'm looking forward to playing this game, and I hope that Rockstar does not screw this up. Now, since this game has been in development for years, it could be the most expensive game ever made. GTA 6 may well be the most expensive video game ever made, with parent company Take-Two estimated to have spent $1 billion to $1.5 billion so far. Business Insider suggested the eye-watering budget based on industry analyst estimations as part of an interview with Take-Two CEO Strauss Zelnick. Zelnick wouldn't say how much the company had spent on GTA 6 so far, but did admit it was expensive. If we're talking about billions of dollars here, that's one hell of an understatement. Another thing is that Bank of America recently came out with a recommendation that GTA 6 be sold for $80, $10 more than the norm. Analysts' opinions on the GTA 6 price are all over the place, with some saying Rockstar should stick with $70, and others saying it could easily justify going up to $100. Wow. While GTA 6 will undoubtedly set sales records, there are questions about how it can do amid one of the toughest economies in recent memory. Wow. If it is that expensive, then I wasn't just saving up by filling a jar with a bunch of $20 or $50 bills. And who the hell asked the Bank of America to butt in about the game's price? Personally, I would pay $70 instead. If it goes up to $80, you can thank the asshats in charge for fucking up the economy, if you ask me. Anyways, some people say that the game will be so good, and I can tell it will be. Perhaps it's because they want to make it so damn expensive. Others will say that it will suck. Of course, there are some who will say that it will not live up to the awesomeness of its predecessors. Well, it may or may not, but who knows? Some people will say that it will suck because it's going to be that word that starts with W, according to these asshats. I won't bother saying their names because sometimes pictures are worth 1,000 words. The pettiness and man-baby mentality doesn't stop, doesn't it? Grand Theft Auto 6 is slated to be released on November 19 this year during the holiday season, so get ready. When a classic needs a good revival, who you gonna call? Dan Aykroyd! And if you want it to be animated, who you gonna call? Netflix! Doesn't fit. I don't care. Ghostbusters is a legendary 1980s sci-fi comedy that defined the pop culture of that decade. After the first movie, it spawned a sequel that was beloved by everybody. The success of the first two movies spawned toys, t-shirts, video games, and even cartoons as well. There was going to be a third movie that was going to bring back the cast, but unfortunately, it had so many setbacks. To make matters worse, the death of Harold Ramis in 2014 killed the third movie. In 2016, there was a reboot by Paul Feig, which had an all-female Ghostbusters team, which sparked a lot of controversy. Some people loved it, but most people hated it. Me, I didn't like it because it never really held a candle to the originals. The jokes were bad, the CGI was horrendous, and overall, it just wasn't good. For saying that back then, a lot of the woke scolds would label me a sexist. I just thought it was bad, not because of the women, but no matter how legit my criticism was, the woke scolds would still call me sexist. Hell, if I did like the movie, then the anti-woke grifters would call me simp. and whatever demeaning term they can come up with. Then we had a new movie in 2021 which respected the original movie and captured its spirit, Ghostbusters Afterlife. 3 years later, Frozen Empire premiered. It was not as good, but I take those two over the Pulp Fake movie any day. Sorry for the long history and reminiscing. Anyways, it turns out that Dan Aykroyd is teaming up with Netflix to produce a brand new animated Ghostbusters series. There is also an animated movie in the works, but has said it will be based on the beloved Ghostbusters IP and debut exclusively on Netflix in 2027. Aykroyd was previously reported saying that there is an opportunity for the show's writers to address some of the issues that we need to heal and move on with our lives. This isn't the first time the Ghostbusters franchise has spawned an animated series. Back in the late 80s and early 90s, the Ghostbusters had cartoon shows. They were funny, awesome, and as cool as the movies were. Since Aykroyd is involved, I'm sure that it will succeed. How about it? Will it succeed or fail? We'll see soon enough. Nintendo has announced that legendary developer Takashi Tezuka will be retiring from his role as executive officer. Tezuka-san is one of the most significant figures in Nintendo history, having served as a designer on the original Super Mario Bros., director on Super Mario Bros. 3, The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, and Super Mario World, and producer on countless iconic titles ever since. His final credited work at the time of writing is Super Mario Bros. Wonder, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition, plus Meet Up in Bellabelle Park. His retirement will be effective on June 26, and it has also been confirmed that Takuya Yoshimura, Katsuhiro Umeyama, Keiko Akahashi will also retire from their roles. Meanwhile, subject to shareholder approval, Senior Director of the Auditing Department, Yutaka Takenaga, has been selected as director candidate alongside Chika Saka, who has been selected as an outside director. Thank you, Tezuka-san, for everything. So many great games I loved playing as a child because of him. Super Mario Bros. 3, The Legend of Zelda: A Link to the Past, and Super Mario World. 3 games that hold a very special place in my heart as a gamer. I will always play the 3 of them for as long as I live. I fondly remember playing Mario with my parents and siblings. Those were great times. Once again, thank you for everything, Tezuka-san. Arigato. And now for the main event. I saw the new Star Fox game on Nintendo Direct this week, and boy, I am ecstatic. Some people seem to have a problem with it because it's a reboot of Star Fox 64, and also because of the realistic looks that we saw on the Super Mario Galaxy movie. Star Fox is a video game I remember playing when I was a child on the Super NES in 1993, when I was like 6.5 years old. I really loved the series ever since. I also remember playing Star Fox 64 when I was 11 years old. I have fond memories of playing it with friends and family, having some friendly competitions, and even beating a campaign together. What a time that was. Now, I saw the intro of the new game that's coming for Nintendo Switch 2, and I was blown away by the graphics, the dialogue, the music, and the gameplay looks very smooth. I like how they have cutscenes in the game like if you were watching a movie or a show, almost. Some people do not like the realistic looks of the characters, but I think they look pretty dope, to be honest. I could either save up for Nintendo Switch 2 or trade my Switch 1 for a Switch 2 at Best Buy. When it comes to the voice actors, it's too sad that the voices of Peppy and Wolf are no longer in this world. I'm talking about Rick May and Jock Blaney. May they both rest in peace, and thanks for bringing life to both Peppy Hare and Wolf O'Donnell. Star Fox is confirmed for release on June 25th on the Nintendo Switch 2. And that's all for the weekly news, everyone. Don't forget to comment, like, share, subscribe, and follow me on social media and Patreon. This is John of Video Games and the World signing off. Later!